The power versus the machine. We joined the action in the ninth leg. The first four went against the throw, second four with the throw. Taylor has already thrown 115 and 121 checkouts in the third and eighth legs respectively. Wade's highest came in the fifth with an 81. Taylor averaging around 108. Wade close to 106. So as expected, it's darts of the highest caliber. Your commentators, Sid Waddell and John Gwynn.
Beautiful dart. Beautifully thrown. This one's into the left. Oh! Sydney, the seer! The South seer! Easy! When you've got two tungsten talents up there!
And that certainly is a tungsten talent. His fifth 180 in as many legs. Took him 3 legs to get going, Sid. 4 legs, he hit his first 180.
95.
He's got 5 now.
Well, we do remember a final some time back when we were in Barneyveld. In the first 3 sets, never got a 180. And then in the rest of the game, he got 21.
That's right. And had an average after 3 sets of around about 92 and ended up with an average of 102. But this has really been something virtually from the start. Taylor kicked off with a 180. Sorry, with a 13 darter.
James, chance. Shot turn. 25. Oof, double 8. He's deadly! He is on fire! It's James Wade, the 25-year-old.
Absolutely fantastic, Sid. No doubt about it. Absolutely fantastic. 1-2-1 from Taylor, 1-2-1 from Wade. Finishing and high scoring is making this a classic, an absolute classic.
Johnny does not speak with forked tongue. He's not giving you custard or cabbage. He's giving you the truth. They're both averaging 109. Sensation.
I tell you what, I don't speak with forked tongue. Dead right, Sid averages dead level for a second or two. But this could be on a knife edge right through to the very end.
To the last syllable of recorded tungsten. Stick around, folks. This is classic sport.
85.
And the Geordie and the Shropshire man ain't kidding.
My Salopian soul tells me that this is going to be a high standard right the way through. No relenting from either player.
Beautiful last dart by the power from the Potteries. Beautiful first dart. Corridor of opportunity on the barrel of the marker and into the... That's where he went, barrel of the marker. He deliberately tried to take that in the barrel of the lower dart.
Tried to squeeze it through, didn't go through that time, doesn't always work. They are human. Taylor again, 121. And then again we see another leg where a player's ended on 121.
85.
That means consistently we're seeing 380 points scored. And where they're coming down to finish, and the one is still there at the end, that shows they're rarely straying from the 20 sector.
136.
And look how close they are to each other. 4 points in the leg, 2 18s. On the wire, Taylor will go to the marker and try and build beyond the flight. Oh, Alcatraz, how do you get in there? Oh, lucky!
Yeah, trying to tuck it underneath, and now what an opportunity for a break of throw. There won't be too many. Will this be one of them, though? Wade's got to come in a fraction here for a 6-4 lead.
Brilliant! Clear dart! Some guys would have gone into the barrel. That was pure air!
In Blackpool.
In the Rococo splendour of an auditorium where Gateskill and Bevan pleaded for the soul of the Labour Party. Where Rod Stewart rocked. It's now tungsten final time. That's the perfect line for Taylor. And now that's a double perfect lie. He landed on the barrel.
100.
Very unlucky not to have a ton 40 there. Georgie Noble, the ref, blocks the bed. Should pick a different target.
57.
That's called a bag of nails, that, when you go round the trebles and blank on each one.
Now this is perfect for landing it in the treble 20. Absolutely perfect. Yet another one. Well, nearly.
100.
Bad by his standards there. Twice he's had to settle for a ton instead of 140. James, the perfect lie for his thrower. This should go under into the metal. Oh, lucky.
Yeah, it's the 11th time that Wade has hit a 140. Taylor's had 10.
To remind you of the rules, you have to go to 18, but you have to be too clear.
100.
So if we get to that stage and somebody pegs back to a single leg difference, it's going to be 2 legs clear. And former mechanic could fix anything from a Rolls Royce
60.
to a 1930 Morris Minor. Taylor used to make toilet chain handles in the potteries for 52 quid a week. Now a millionaire. You've seen why.
Yes, he's a bit more flush now, Sid, isn't he? 100 for Taylor, 104 the Wade wants, and it could be 7-4 if he gets it.
John Gwynn on a verbal roll next to me. Oh, beautiful. Double 12 for 1 in the ribs for Taylor. Oh, magic! Magic! Commanding lead now, Johnny! 7-4!
Yeah, that's right, Sid. He's got the one breaker throw, and with winning the throw in the practice room, it means that he's going to always be 3 legs ahead, providing he holds his throw. And it's psychologically, that's a great position to be in. Numerically, it's not bad, of course.
I've been coached by Eric Bristow this week to be the bookies, the man who beats the bookies. I've had 4 good days and 1 moderate, and my tip was James Wade to win this 18-15. That's for charity. All these bets go to charity.
140.
And the way he's playing, it looks as though Sid's not going to be far out. He's playing with a coolness. He looks the cooler of the 2 contestants.
But look at this. As if to say, what do you mean, Sidney Waddell? Who's the cooler of the 2?
I wouldn't say it if he was within lug clipping distance of me. Perfect angle. Oh, that extra. He modulates the shot. He puts a little more air and speed so it hits the marker firmly. Wow. When I was a kid, I used to read Biggles. All about flight. Never thought it'd end up here
100.
talking about flight.
Yes, and I used to read all about Mighty Wilson. What a sportsman he was in the Hotspur, was it? And
100.
I don't think he can play darts like these 2, though, Sid.
He was in the Wizard, John, and he threw a
Wizard.
javelin 250 feet. Here we go then. Double 11. Rarely seen in top darts, but it all counts. Middle of the bed by the power. Well, Johnny, he needed it.
Yes, that's right. Clean, comfortable, 7-5. But you see, Wade, if he holds his throw, will always go back to that 3-leg advantage. Taylor
60.
knows it. Taylor's got to break the throw, then hold his own to get level. So throwing first, that's why Taylor in competitions like this will never, if he hits the ball, give the throw away.
Yeah, Wade been a full-time pro for nearly 2.5 years. A brilliant motor mechanic. Taking an old banger in a week later would come out like a Daimler. But this dart should be in easy. See what I mean? Oh, that was brilliant. He's weighting the dart, potentially to the 60, with amazing avoirdupois.
Yes, and just about every player who's partaken in this competition, Sid, remember there are 30 others who've partaken in this competition, will know exactly how these lads feel, because every good player has hit purple patches where he knows he can do no wrong. And I think Mervyn King summed it up in an interview in Las Vegas, where he said it's all about consistency. We can all do it, but these lads, they do it so more regularly. That's why they're in the final. And that's why we're now seeing 107 play 107. Brilliant.
Fantastic.
100.
Over a period of time to be able to hit 2 trebles every visit on average. 255 area trebles.
100.
Amazing!
Do we require 142?
Yes, if you're averaging 107, it's around about a 14 darter that. 15 darter is a 102. Here we go. Taylor for a 142 finish. Absolutely fantastic. That helps, of course. And Taylor now 6 out of 11, 55%. Fantastic finish. And Wade knows it. But who knows? In a minute or two, it'll be his turn. They're both playing that well.
The Rococo Splendor
Thank you.
of the Winter Gardens. Seen great entertainment. This bracket's with it all. Beautiful dart by Taylor. Took him some time to get these missiles of desire. Oh, waited with like gossamer dandelion fluff. What a beautiful, delicate shot by Taylor.
Yes.
137.
Well, he got the break back he needed with a fantastic finish. Immediately opened up with 180. And the number of times Taylor gets his 180 or his 177 with his first 3 darts, setting up the possible 9 darter. Had 3 attempts at it in his semi-final, of course, against
60.
Dennis Priestley. Almost got it once.
10 grand. If there's a 9 darter, Rod Harrington thinks there's going to be 2, so they'd split 5 each. And the winner gets £60,000.
60.
So somebody could walk away with 70 grand for chucking bits of metal at a mat. Crowd absolutely giving it. Hush. Ominous for James, where he's landed in the first dart. Johnny.
Well, this is now beginning to look like Taylor,
140.
even from his high standard, just stepping it up a little bit more.
Correct. And you want the mathematical underpinning. Taylor's hovering 0.6
100.
below 110 average.
121.
Just when needed, Johnny.
Yes. Awkward dart that, but he knows with Wade being on 204, just needs to leave it handy. Treble here would be very handy, and you
82.
almost felt that it was a certainty.
Needs ton 40 here, James. Badly snatched. Badly overpitched.
60.
I think the Taylor drive of the last 2 legs is getting through to James a bit. Double 16 for parity, green bit. Now this is a feather, needs a gentle feather touch through the flight. Oh, what a shot!
3 legs in a row now to the power. Wade was sitting on 144, and if Taylor hadn't got that, I wouldn't have put it past him getting it, because it's that sort of match.
That's when the Taylor becomes the boogeyman. When it's when, if your mind goes, 5% of what you're doing, saying, why is this bloke doing this to me? He will take his granny's back teeth and sell them to you. In a game, he is a stone killer. James knows.
What a vital leg this is. One of them will go into the 3rd commercial break with an 8-7 lead. Which one? Wade, by the looks of it, judging on this effort, and again the 3rd dart, absolutely perfectly positioned.
Exquisite! Ooh, 2nd one to the left, he thinks. Oh, he made a liar out of me, but it makes it easier to get this in on the barrels. Oh my, getting grandma! Fabulous!
Well, that's 10 180s in the match. Taylor's in a 177. We've had 2 121 finishes, a 142 finish. And what more can you say? 108.75 Taylor, 107.98 Wade. Not bad this game, Sid.
Well, as I say, 15 years ago, you could win the world title with a 93 average. The game's astronomical now. James Wade to get the drop at the break. He wants double 12. It's a nice marker. He'll slide his eyes down the barrel. Oh, just what I said! Perfect dodge!
It's a really incredible match in all sorts of ways. A bit of a ding-donger in the sense that Taylor led 1-0, 2-1. The last time he was in the lead, in fact, was after that third leg. And he did manage to pull it back from 7-5 to 7 apiece, but Wade managing to just nose ahead there. But if every leg had gone with throw, this is exactly where we'd be. And I can only see this game, the way these two players are functioning, Sydney, I can only see this game going well beyond 17 apiece, unless some surge or a few missed doubles occur from one player or the other.
James tournament average 0.5 out below 100. Taylor's 104.
Well, it's a regular thing for Taylor to have a tournament average of 3 figures. That's the average of all the darts he's thrown right the way since the first thrown in the tournament by him. But I can't ever remember Wade, well though he's thrown in tournaments in the past, actually finishing with a 100 average through the tournament. And he's, as you say, on 99.5 at the moment for the tournament, 107 almost in this particular match. And I hope he does, because it's a landmark. It's another milestone reached.
Well, yeah, the Augurs are good for that, because he blasted Marvel yesterday 17-5 with 103 average. Wade is a bit cheesed by the crowd, the chanting. He's not happy with that. Maybe he will ask the referee to do something about it. Treble 19's handy now, would leave double 12. Magic! Magic, Johnny!
Yes, and that's his second 177 of the match. He's very handy at getting them. That one, of course, absolutely essential to leave him on a double.
Block a dart there. Beautiful last one, but a ton. Long it's good in the circs. For parity, red bit.
Another 13 darter from Phil Taylor. That's how he started the game on that occasion against the throw. And not too many legs now are going against the throw. I suggested that might happen when both players are throwing well. The first one to the double is invariably the man who started, and because they're throwing well, he rarely misses it. So it's gone into that pattern after an uncertain start. First 4 legs against the throw, only a couple since.
Taylor, record, massive, 13 times world champ. Wade, man of the last 12 months, in 3 majors. Led the Premier Dart League for 7 weeks. Class 25-year-old.
95.
But Taylor, 47 years of age and a millionaire, is still lusting for darting glory. Is he ever, John?
Yes, is he ever. The remarkable thing about these players over the tournament, Sid, I don't want to detour too much from the match, but 64 hits off 139 Wade, 46%. Taylor 64 off 135. Almost identical figures right the way through the tournament.
Take it from me, they will write the darts history book for the next 2 years. They are head, shoulders, points and flights above the rest of the pack, these two. Look at this one's surely in. 180. That's 11 in the match. We'll probably end up with 26 180s. What a standard, John.
Yes, Mr. Predictor, but you said yourself, it's easy to predict sometimes
53.
when you get great players playing as these two are.
Treble 19 for Taylor to go ahead. Beautifully weighted dart. Red bit, double 12. No bother! The most efficient part of this segment to hit with a bit more power, flatter trajectory, bit more power. No pun intended.
9-8, and the first time Taylor has led since he led 2-1 early in the contest. Words to the crowd. One or two of them getting, well, more than one or two, a few getting a bit raucous. I suppose it's an overspill from the Premier League where the players wouldn't batter an eyelid. This is rather different to the Premier League, isn't it? It's a world final, and it really matters to both players that they're given the best of order.
100.
Only a ton. James should jump in here. Oh, how will he handle this lie? Oh, this is exquisite. Oh, lucky.
140.
The precision of darts 2 and 3 was magic.
Yes, I think ideally they'd like the third one to go just a little either side. But it wasn't to be, but 40 ahead, Wade, but not for long. Almost inevitably, you expect at least one more treble here from Taylor.
And the averages are just, well,
100.
when you hear the Geordie go sotto voce, 110 plays 107. Taylor leading. What a standout.
40.
Yeah, to maintain 110 average, Sid, over what is now 17 and a half legs. Unlucky that. 17 and a half legs is phenomenal, and 106 for Wade, equally so.
Brilliant use of the lie there. Second lie. Oh,
140.
pure advanced level ballistics by Taylor. Superb use of the metal. Superb use of the metal. Downward dipper. Oh, brilliant! The opposite sort of shot. Air shots. Taylor doing bouncings. Fabulous match. Chum. 17. 16 each, double 12. Brilliant!
37.
Well, he's hit an 11-darter, a 13-darter in this session. He's on a 13-darter again, Taylor. Mentioned the word surge a few minutes ago, Sid. This could be Taylor's
99.
surge now, just
24.
beginning to unfold.
You've got to win the match by 2 clear legs. Ominously for James. That dart puts Taylor 2 legs ahead.
James to
So,
game on.
the Kosh, as PC 49 used to say in the Binu, is being waved by Taylor.
93.
Yeah, and all this started with that wonderful 142 finish. I know he'd won the previous leg on his own throw, but it broke James Wade's throw, and Taylor since then, notwithstanding he lost the 15th, he's won every other leg, and he's won them in style. He really has won them with some brilliant aiming.
80.
I hate to bring this up for Wade fans, but the stats of what Taylor does in this tournament in 97,
140.
had a match where he averaged 113, 2002 average of 112, 109 against Roy 2004, and against Les Fitton in 2003 108. He can hold 110 average and go to 115 very easily. Good Taylor.
Yes, he can. Once he gets on a roll, it's 2 or 3 11 darters, couple of 12 darters. He's done it before, and the odd 10 darter, maybe even a 9. Who knows? 111.13. Wade fully 5 points behind him, and yet you've got to say that average of Wade's is absolutely incredible. You wouldn't expect a man to be losing a match with an average like that after 18 legs.
140.
We are putting this in context here, John. He's playing the power. He's playing the greatest dart player who ever drew breath. He's slightly rushing the shot. He's slightly rushing. Lovely shot. Right, for 3 legs clear then, Johnny.
Yes, it is 1-4-1 required. How many times has he wanted 1-4-1 for the 9 darter? Certainly once, twice this week, 3 times against Priestley, we know. And Wade has left himself 86, an absolute must this, Sid, because Taylor, you know, will almost certainly take out 48. Wade knows it. Wants the ball here, has to get it, has to get the ball.
Didn't. Right, to open up a gap that will be amazing to catch Taylor. 2 darts to turn the fulcrum, to turn the match in his favour big time. Green bit. No bother! No bother!
No bother, absolutely. Only to James Wade. 8-7 ahead. It's now become 11-8 to Taylor. And this is a much better game than the one we saw in 2006 between these two in quality, where they weren't quite averaging what they are here. But in another sense, though, it is certainly deja vu. I mentioned, didn't I, that Wade was 8-7 up there. At the next interval, it was 11-9 for Taylor. I have a feeling it could be 12-8 for Taylor at the next.
He was 7-4 up. He's only won 1 out of the last 8. That shows you that there is a tide, a tungsten tide in the affairs of men.
59.
And the bloke who would sit on Hastings Beach and say to the tide, get back, is on your screen.
Well, Sid, you often used, in terms of Eric Bristow, the word bullying, and frankly, in the last 4 legs, that's what Taylor's done.
80.
He has gone up there and he's bullied Wade. Rod was saying, wasn't he, in his preamble, that whilst they're great mates off the hockey, if they could punch each other up there, they'd be the odd one
34.
delivered, and maybe, metaphorically speaking, Taylor's just delivered a few quite heavy ones.
Complete turnaround and the power. Oh, look at that. How do you get that accurate?
139.
You practice, you practice, you practice, you practice, but you've got to be good in the first place.
Bristow spotted him.
60.
One remembers what the great Tony Brown said. As his dad George took him down church instead of the cutler's arms. Taylor. He's playing darts brilliantly when he was 17 for money, but gave up. Got a white suit. Was a bit of a disco dancer for 2 years. Then he came back to this, and don't the lads know it?
Well, I'm not suggesting yet that it's broken Wade, but it certainly hurt him. This surge from Taylor, from 8-7 down to 11-8 up, and 90 wanted now for a 14-darter. Well, he doesn't have to go 15 bull, which is what he would. He goes 25 for tops for a 12-8 lead.
70.
Pulled. Look at that. Epitome of Tiller, that shot. He is outraged at the dart because he made one slip. Genius.
And throwing so
96.
beautifully at the moment that one can understand his annoyance, I suppose. He's expecting everything to go in. Now then, a fraction inside, and this one will. Told you. 12-8 Taylor.
Didn't even feather the line.
Bill Taylor needs just 3 more legs to claim a 9th World Matchplay title. We can rejoin our commentators, Sid Waddell and Dave Lanning.
Wade, what can he find? It is still not too late. He can still mount a surge. We have seen this player is capable of a ferocious kick of form. Still not too late.
He's averaging 103 near enough, Wade, and he's still in Geordie Pollins getting tossed. It's when you bash the wet washing with a big frayed stick.
And Taylor now has done the first part of a 9-dart finish. This is all this final would need to round off the week if we could see this again. Possibilities. Needs another 2 trebles. Just below the wire. Disillusionment, but still fine arrows from Philip Taylor,
who is now possibly about 56 darts away from winning the match. 13 times world champion, the greatest dart player ever to inhale the good Lord's oxygen. Flying in Blackpool.
59.
Wade then on 161 to get his bandwagon on the move again. Wrong treble. As I think about it.
One leading. 7-4, James, remember. Seems like an eternity ago. We're in Blackpool by the sea. And There's only one King of the Waves here. That's Philip Power Taylor.
Yes, and he knows that was just about the first careless start he's thrown in the last 20 minutes, half an hour. So Wade in with a chance to pull back one leg.
Double 16, wanted the green bit. Making it hard. He's 4 feet along the hockey. Here we go then, to make it a parade. Here in Blackpool, the Power. So looking at fat 16. Skinny, green bit now to advance further. Needs to go north to the red bit. North to the red bit it is! Confirming 15-8, Taylor wants 3 more legs.
And it's getting to be a Lord Mayor's parade for Taylor. Wade back of stage can look just a little philosophical. He was in front, he's given it just about his best shot. But Taylor has responded, and we've seen a whole new depth of character and talent from Taylor.
7-4 up, but in 12 legs, he's only run 1. 1-1 against the Ziggurat from Stoke-on-Trent, the greatest dart player who ever tickled tungsten. Phil Taylor, showing you why.
And we're having another example of just what a great artiste this man is now. 3-2-1, he wants another 180 here. Possibilities again, Sid. It's exhilarating.
Has to go this one, it's easier to hit than miss. Oh, just clobbered the barrel.
He's thinking about that 9-dart finish, just to put a big, fat, juicy cherry on this World Matchplay cake.
And that cherry in Ackers is 10 grand, 10 large, 10k. So Phil Taylor got the 9-darter. He'd leave this hole with £70,000.
Yes, of course, if you don't have to be a mathematical genius to realise that would be £1,000 a dart if he could manage just over.
There you go.
48.
What a performance to go 2 legs away from yet another major darts victory. The former maker of toilet chain handles is looking flush.
74 now going, treble 14. He'll go for the single trench, to leave double top, and
42.
James Wade way back on, 173, can't finish. Wade now tilting at windmills, chasing rainbows, looking for miracles.
99.
That's right, and dishing out the Sancho Panza. The Power, the red bit, the lipstick. Smackaroo! Like when Andy Gurdy comes with a new lipstick on, and it's your birthday.
And he hits the lipstick, and it's looking like the kiss of death for Wade. Well though he's played, well though he's performed, magnificently though he's scored, it is Taylor easing away, but now it's James Wade who has a chance at a 9-dart finish. You just can't miss a second of this.
Well, looks like the second prize. They're both in the 9-dart, yeah? Oh! 9-dart! Is now on for each player.
And here we go, Wade needs the 3rd one here.
Gets it! Oh, cannot put Wade on it! Super! Kelly! Fragilistic!
And we've never had a leg of darts like this. Never!
Ever! They're each on a 9-darter!
Yes! Treble 19.
Oh, good. Rather than Taylor, who's done six in major televised tournaments. 10 grand. The crowd half expecting Taylor to do this. He wants 60. Oh.
Well, there genuinely has never been a leg of darts in all the years we've been covering it on Sky, all the years before, both on a 9-dart and a double top ways.
James does the 11-darter. Kick out of the What amazing. Look at that. The power kicked off like lightning. James back with 100. More lightning. 125. Then Wade back down.
Yes, and all of those legs being won with an average of over 100, you'll notice there, and still the trend, look at that lot, every average from both players there in those 4 legs, all over 100. It is quite mind-boggling.
Currently they are head and shoulders above the entire pack of everybody in World Darts, and there, more evidence.
Yes, only 2 averages there, Sid, below the magical triple digital average, and again it is just unreal. The standard is stratospheric.
Not a set won without 100 average. Wow!
Yes, and we would remind you that this is a marathon course. We're not talking about a sprint distance, and in fact, just looking at the 20th leg there, that's the first one I can remember that actually dropped into a miserable 88.
For the big years of the embassy, you could win with a 92 to a 97, Dennis Priestley, but Phil Taylor has led the game into orbit. Here he goes for the Coupe de Grace.
And he needs just, 2 more legs for his 9th World Matchplay title at £60,000. Well, though Wade has played strenuously, though he's tested Taylor, he just has not had that extra
99.
jot of power. And power is the operative word. We have seen an explosion of power from Taylor just when it counted this evening.
Strikes 8 out of 9 legs at a vital time to Taylor. And now showing that laser accuracy that he developed in the potteries, making toilet chain handles to perfection. Stand by for power surge. Forget Blanco. When the power surges, they all go home. Slack, visit Dave.
Yes, and it's been a week of exceptional standards. Right from day one, Sid, the standard here has been really, really high. And we've seen some fabulous matches and the emergence of some forces. We'll just watch Wade hit another 180.
20 in the game. Fantastic.
The form of these two right throughout the tournament, Taylor and Wade, has been there, stitched it with gold right through the tournament. There are the tons, as you can see it, and that again is quite a galaxy of high scoring.
71 scores by Taylor over 100. Wade not far behind. Showing the pace now though.
60.
And Taylor now to go within one leg of victory. 68 the shot. 16 for double 16. You know what he wants now. Double 16. He's been deadly over here.
Brilliant! Taylor's at the hill, as they say in World Pool. One more leg, as Long John Silver said to his parrot. One more leg, and the power is boss here in Blackpool by the sea.
And he is a super boss. He has bossed right throughout this tournament. We thought that Wade would severely extend his talent. He did so, but when the chips were really down, when the going really got tough, well, tough old Taylor got going, and that surge, that burst, that electric kick midway through this match has carried him forward towards victory.
When he was a little kid, he was very poor in Stoke-on-Trent. Went to the chip shop with his strawberry bits and said, a fish, chips, scrunchions, scraps. Had a hard early life. Millionaire now. This is why.
Yes, Phil Taylor could buy all the fish and chips in Blackpool, because tonight Blackpool belongs to the power.
13 times world champion, the man who took this game by the scruff of the neck and, monitored by Bristol, took the game to Planet Zog. You seeing why?
Yes, and you just have to acknowledge that what James Wade, averaging 102 and checking out at 43%, has been virtually blown away here in the latter stages of this match. Might just stave off the execution here.
In the Indoor League, which started all this years ago, 1973 on ITV, in 2 days of play, we had 17 180s. In this match, we've had 20. In this match, we've had 20 maximums.
97.
Taylor,
James, you require
poised now then,
160.
unless Wade can hit pay dirt with these three.
Wade still going for it, bless his heart, looking for respectability, and just going over the bar there.
Then you require 132.
Can Phil Taylor finish in a glorious hurrah? No. Treble 19 for Bull, but the Bull looks like it's covered. Can he possibly squeeze in there? He's covered the dart, he's moved right over the stage, Sid.
Annie Oakley couldn't hit this with the best rifle, but the power can! Fantastic match!
An emotional Phil Taylor, claiming his 9th World Matchplay title. Even after all these years, it means so much to him. What a great way to finish what's been a fabulous week here in Blackpool.